There's no doubt that it's difficult to stay on track during the holidays when it comes to diet and exercise. But don't throw in the towel just yet. Carolee McGrath sat down with Paul Halloran, the registered dietitian at Baystate Medical Center, who spoke about the importance of maintaining a healthy diet and has some great advice on how to pull that off.
Yeah, so I see a lot of the time individuals might have started something or have been working all year on, maybe that was their previous year's resolution, was to maybe start exercising more, following a more healthful diet. And then, yeah, the holidays come and it becomes very difficult. So I think the biggest thing is maybe one day there's a holiday party and you have that one meal, and then what can happen is it kind of just snowballs from there of just, oh no, I had that one day, should I give up on what I've been doing before? And then there's another holiday party, so it can definitely snowball into losing track of all that work you've been kind of working on throughout the whole year.
And I think it's really important to remind yourself of all the work that you've been putting in throughout the whole year, because it is easy to say, oh, I just cheated. So what the heck, pass me another piece of pie. I mean, and I think that's a very normal reaction for so many people. And a lot of times you back it up to like Halloween, the Halloween candy, and then you hit Thanksgiving, and then you have that long month of December.
Definitely, yeah. So just staying on track, kind of remembering, just to enjoy the time with their family, enjoying the food that everyone's bringing, but yeah, remembering, just being mindful of your food choices, and just bringing it back to kind of all the work, like you've said, just the work that you've been doing for the rest of the beginning of the year.
Right. And are there strategies that you have for people if you're going to a party or going to a family's house for dinner? You know, do you drink a lot of water? Do you like kind of position your plate so you have a lot of vegetables on it? I mean, what kinds of tips do you give your clients?
Yeah, so if we're going to a holiday party, if you know that maybe a family member is going to be bringing a dessert or something that you know you're going to be gravitating towards, maybe bringing something yourself or volunteering to bring something, even like a veggie platter or a fruit platter, just something that you know you can gravitate towards if you're having those cravings. Using a smaller plate can be helpful.
That's a great idea.
So while everyone's grabbing the big dinner plate, maybe grab a dessert plate and just use that. And like you said, maybe have half of your plate some vegetables, and that way you're getting your vegetable intake for the day, but that can also kind of take up some space on your plate from some of those more tempting foods.
And what about like calorie swapping? Like, okay, I'm not going to have the turkey, the gravy, and the stuffing, but I am going to have that big piece of apple pie. It doesn't have to be a huge piece, but is that allowed, by a dietitian? Are you allowed to do that?
Definitely, yeah. Kind of being mindful of your choices and kind of saving room for the end, because I think as we're eating, your body kind of doesn't keep, or your mind doesn't keep pace with kind of how quickly you're eating. So kind of eating slower can be helpful, just to give your mind time to say, oh, you know what, I'm starting to feel full, or even I'm starting to become uncomfortably full. Just listening for those hunger cues and those cues of satiety can be helpful.
And I think also for people, especially who have like a health condition, this is not just about, what you want to look like or a target weight, but this is really just making sure that you're keeping yourself healthy throughout the holidays. How do you help somebody who has a heart condition, for example, or diabetes, really kind of stay on that track?
Yeah, definitely. So especially if you're hosting a holiday party and you're going to be doing a majority of the cooking, you can always deviate from the recipes, kind of not following them to the T. If a recipe calls for, say, a large amount of salt, trying to omit the salt, maybe even adding some more flavors using herbs and spices instead of relying on salt. If a family member does have a heart condition, maybe using the very low, or looking for like not no added salt, but very low sodium, like chicken broth if you're going to be making a gravy. Those types of choices, just to help reduce the amount of salt that you're going to be consuming over the whole meal.
Okay. Okay, and you were also talking a little bit about, the smaller plate, eating slowly. Are there other like recommendations as far as, just pulling yourself away from the table after a certain amount of time, or just simple things to kind of distract you from what's around you?
Yeah, definitely. So enjoy definitely the company that you're with. If you're talking, it's definitely difficult to eat. So just enjoy the conversation. There's even a trick of putting your fork down in between bites can be helpful, just to kind of keep you engaged in the conversation, but also from kind of just mindlessly kind of eating. So that can be helpful. Yeah.
And how about for children as well? Because I know that this can be a really big time and an exciting time for them, but there's lots of candy and lots of sweets that are out there for them during this as well.
Yeah, so maybe even for them, just keeping the sweets for dessert time, just keeping it for that one time instead of kind of throughout the day. And that can be for everyone too. So.
Okay, and what kind of encouraging words do you have for somebody who might have been right on track and did hit that, that little obstacle and feels like, forget it, I'll wait until January 1st. I'm sure you're going to recommend them not waiting until January 1st, right?
Yeah, definitely. Just remembering kind of that you do want to enjoy the holidays, but just remember that you want to do it with the best choices in food possible.
And it's a lifestyle change, isn't it? Because I think a lot of times when we think about resolutions and, okay, January 1st, I'm going to just change everything that I do, that's not realistic, but slowly building up to it and changing habits is really the key.
And it could even be small changes to start. It doesn't have to be all at one time. If you drink 3 bottles of soda a day, maybe trying to drink more water and having 1 bottle of soda a day is a realistic starting point, because you do want to keep it realistic and definitely achievable. You don't want to set goals that are too high, because then that can lead to that feeling of, oh no, I've broken it this one day, is it even worth continuing? So yeah, definitely just staying motivated and staying on track.
Other question I have for you, and I think that a lot of people get carried away with this and is very tempting to do, is the scale and the number on the scale, especially when you're moving through the holidays and there might be a lot of salty foods and maybe you had a setback. Do you stay away from it? How do you handle that?
Yeah, I typically don't recommend too much as far as the scale. If individuals do have a medical condition that they do want to be monitoring their weight, they should be continuing that, especially through the holidays. But for a general healthy person who's just trying to keep an eye on their weight through the holidays, I'd probably say continuing with what you were doing before, maybe once a week. Maybe not get too wrapped up in the numbers, especially over the holidays, because you do want to enjoy your food and the time with your family.